Hey there YouTube, this is Mr.Lubufu, continuing on with my M15 complete set review. This time we're going to go on with red. Again, the focus is primarily on limited play to get you guys to kick some butt at the pre-release. So let's go ahead and hop right in. We have Act on Impulse, which in limited is not as good as it is in constructed, but it's okay at best. Like, it's fine in the late game. You don't want to cast this on turn 3 though. You can play an extra land though. That is something, because it says play not cast. Next you have Aggressive Mining, which in limited is not that good. You can't play lands is not an effect you want. You have to have an answer to get rid of to be able to remove your own Aggressive Mining if it reaches that. Altec Bloodseeker, having a 2-mana 2/1 that can become a 4-mana first striker with haste is okay. The thing is, it's whenever a creature an opponent controls dies, so you have to use a removal spell pre-combat, then cast this or something like that. But I think this card can be pretty strong. I like it. Belligerent Sliver. The art looks so ridiculous. Sorry, Raven Swanland, but this looks really funny. Not that good in limited. The slivers aren't there to support it. Blast Fire Bolt is like Turn to Slag, except it costs 1 more because it's an instant. And Turn to Slag was okay, and this is going to be okay in this format too. Blast Fire Bolt is as good as removal you're going to find. Borderland Borderland Marauder. It's a 3/2 for 2 when it attacks, so it's okay. There's a lot of 2-power creatures, so it's going to trade with a lot of different things. Broodkeeper seems a really good card to build around in limited if you have enough auras to support it. More likely in draft though. But it says becomes attached, so they can always kill it in response to your attempted aura. Remember that. Burning Anger is very good. Having the fall of the hammer effect on a creature is very, very, very strong. It does scream 2 for 1, it does cost 5, but it's still very good. Chandra Pyromaster, very good and limited. I don't need to say much else, it's a Planeswalker. Circle of Flame was disappointing last time it was printed, and I think it's disappointing here. Don't like it that much. Clear Path, there's not enough walls that make me want to play this. I'm not impressed with it. Cone of Flame is okay. 1 damage to a creature or player, 2 damage to another, and 3 damage to a third. Sometimes you might be pinging yourself for 1 to shoot them twice, but this card is strong. Crowd's Favor is a very good combat trick. Possible for free +1/+0 and first strike. Can get out of hand really fast. Crucible of Fire, there's not enough real dragons to make this good and limited. I liked Forge Devil back in Absent Restored, but there's not nearly enough X1s, I think. Foundry Street Denizens okay, Frenzy Goblin's okay. Like, these are all just dorky 1/1s, right? And I'm not a fan of 1/1s for 1 in limited. Generator Servant seems actually quite good in limited. Well, not quite good, it seems playable. Being able to ramp out a giant creature and then give it haste is fine. Goblin Kaboomist. Yeah, you know, it's a fun card and everything. I don't want to cast this in limited though. It seems too random for me. Goblin Rabblemaster is probably far better in constructed formats than it is in limited, because there's not that many good goblins. But it seems okay. It'll trade for a lot of things. Goblin Rough Rider, it's okay. It's a 3/2 for 3. It's basically what Rabblemaster is in a nutshell. Hammerhand is okay. It's a 1-mana +1/+1 in haste. Target creature can't block when it comes into play. Very aggressive. Heat Ray is been bumped from common to uncommon. So otherwise I was going to say this is the best red common, but as you see, removal is getting shifted up to uncommon, so there's a lack of good removal. But Heat Ray is very good. It's very, very good. So definitely a card you if you see it, you might want to pick up. I splash Heat Ray so many times in Rise of Eldrazi. Hoarding Dragon. It's a 5-mana 4/4 flyer that maybe can get you an artifact. I like Hoarding Dragon a lot, so it's a strong card in limited. Inferno Fist is okay. It's slow. It's like 3 mana shock. is what it feels like, and that might be necessary in this format. I think it's fine. Kurd Chieftain is really big. It's a 4-mana 4/4 if you have a forest, which makes it feel very Gore Clan Rampager like, which is okay. This card is strong if you're in red green, but I like all of these enemy color guys. Krinko's Enforcer. It's a 3-mana 2/2 with Intimidate. Less of a clock than the black one with Intimidate, but it still could be quite good. Kirkesh is probably not as good in limited because there's not many good artifact abilities you want to copy, but it's okay. It's a 4/3 for 4. Lava Axe. People are always mixed on it. I sometimes like to play one Lava Axe in decks, but not that much. Lightning Strike, best red common right here. We loved it in Theros, and here it is again. Best red common in the set for limited. Might Makes Right is our generic red terrible enchantment. I don't like it that much, to be completely honest. Yeah, it's a fun effect, but it's so expensive. Miner's Bane is very aggressive. It's a 6-mana 6/3, so it trades with basically anything. But then you pump 3 mana and then it tramples over for some damage, so it's okay. Like I mentioned in the other videos, I love the Paragons, and this one is no joke either. Love the Paragons in limited. Rummaging Goblins, okay. The reverse loot is fine. Scrapyard Mongol is a 3/3 for 4, so normal cost. And then if you have an artifact, it becomes a 5/3 with trample, which isn't that big of an upside. Shrapnel Blast, like it's all. Look at all these artifact things that synergize well with red. There's just very few good ones. Siege Dragon is the red pre-release promo. It's very expensive, but it can be fine. It's a giant flyer basically. Soul of Chandelar is insane and limited. All of the souls are, and this is no joke. Like this card, so good. Repeatable Searing Blaze. Stoke the Flames, another very powerful red uncommon. It's very strong. It kills a lot of things. Thundering Giant's not that good. Torch Fiend is fine, and Wall of Fire is okay. It stops people from attacking on the ground at least. Anyway, that's it for this video. Thank you guys all for watching. Be sure to check out the other parts.